Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting and thrilling episode of Frontiers of Eberron. I am your humble dungeon master, Michael St. Gregory. Alongside me are the one and only Wyrmwatch family. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, starting from, we'll say, right to left, bottom row first.
Just to mess with us.
So me? I was like, directions. Hi,
Yes, that means
I'm
starting with you, Tarzan. Right to left.
I'm Ren.
Or we'll go left to right.
Hello.
We'll start with that. Who the fuck listens to me, right? Who cares?
I'm sorry. It's 3:30 in the morning, okay? I'm surprised I know this much. I understand what a direction is. I don't know which ones you said first. I'm sorry. Tarzan, go ahead.
Listen, it's
Hi.
only been a couple weeks, folks.
Hi. Hello. How's it going? Daddy Tarzan here, 82855, the social variety, playing Alfie Emberbeard, Alfernius Chase Emberbeard, to be exact, Artificer and Kyber Dust Snorter. Thank you.
Forgot about that. Is that a thing now? Have we confirmed that? Oh, God. We do not condone the abuse of Kyber Dust, just so you're, for all you kids at home watching. And if you're watching and you are underage, go to bed. It's late.
Not even once.
Where
Never
are your
once, not
parents?
even once.
Gateway
parents?
drugs.
Where are those irresponsible people you call parents?
Probably taking some dust.
Yeah, probably did. Yeah, probably doing that Kai. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm
Why don't you
Kai.
go? Help us along. Move us along. Dear God, move us along.
Hi guys, I'm Dia, also known as Diavel.cause and also on all social media. Like Ren, I'm tired. I just finished an 8-hour morning shift. So, hi, I play Sister Mirashana, who is currently going through a religious crisis, I think. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Respectful smash.
Ren.
Okay, it's actually my turn
Now
now.
it's your
Hello.
turn.
Hi, I'm Ren. I'm here. I'm Ask Ren on TikTok. I am playing Evan, a druid who should not be here. Hello.
But they are.
Victor.
Oh, hello. It's me, Victor. Victor _ the Story Weaver on the TikToks, and I am playing just a surprising Ichabod, a monk, Dampier gentleman who just found himself surrounded by a bunch of weirdos.
Bunch of weirdos.
And they're welcome.
Who's that next to you then? Could it be the witch?
Anyway, hello, my name is Taylor, also known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on all social media platforms. Currently very much active on TikTok as well as Instagram. I play Ivara. She is the Witch of Wyrmwatch.
Most
Yeah,
important
that's
question,
not
did
fast.
And an
Ivara...
amazing subclass done by made by Neo Soul God on TikTok. So please go follow him because he did an amazing job crafting this.
And then I guess that's
And-
it as far as important people. No.
Yeah. No, you were right. Let's go. On with the chlorophyll.
No, honestly, Matt and I have been in this game of unintentional tag of streams where we end up showing up on streams that we didn't realize that we were both going to be on at the same time. So this is now
that's fun.
this is now a game within a game.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep going forever. And this is what happens when you meet each other in real life, you know.
Exactly.
It's just the thing.
Would you like to play a game?
So
Shout out to
without
all our
holding
friends
things
at
up,
PAX.
without holding things up anymore. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm also known as War Torn Knight. I'm also sick. I'm also gonna be stick with it, playing Silas Hayden / Decaneth, as some people have found out. He's a artificer / sorcerer, and he likes do the shoot gun things with a wand. And he's definitely not going through any kind of crisis.
I think you meant artificer / sorcerer.
Ayo.
Burning question on all of our minds: did Ivara have any liaisons with a certain pirate named William at any point in her career?
All those answers shall not be found on tonight's episode. So let's ride. But because my Mac was not being participatory tonight, we're just going right into it. So if you ask what is it time to be diced, yes, right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Now just imagine. Let's all do the
I
theme
wasn't
together.
prepared.
Titles and
Michael
people
St. Gregory.
and scary effects and logo.
Alfie would like to build a grenade.
I hope somebody clicks that. We'll just use that.
Eberron,
Oh no!
So,
Alfie, no, Alfie, yes.
last our squadron of seeking individuals, a strange turn of events made them realize that the chamber that they had found themselves trapped in, as pantomimed and given interpretive dance by Alfie apparently, was in fact a creation forge upon the rich Kyber mine that Wyrmwatch's problems have all literally been dug up from. And from within that pool of strange liquid that housed a warforged body, the docent that hadn't been realized until moments before in the form of the badge that the former and late Sheriff Copperbrass had bestowed upon several of the members of the Wyrmwatch as deputies, acted as a memory shard, of which activated the Creation Forge's power, bringing back to life and reincarnating in a ancient but fresh body the reawakened spirit of Copperbrass themselves, as they stand upright before all of you. Only two of you unfamiliar with this individual for the most part in terms of true social connection, but the voice coming from this automaton's body is unmistakable. Is the figure of authority that formerly resided over Wyrmwatch since its inception now stands before you. I would really like something to put on my body right now because I feel, unflattering.
But you're Warforged. Yeah.
Ivara is gonna take off kind of a bit of a shawl that she would have wrapped around her hip, and she will offer it. She's like, "It ain't much, but it's something. It feels nice against the it feels nice
Kind of
against
puts-
the skin."
He laughs at what you're about to say, realizing that, and he just kind of puts it on like a scarf for the most part, and he just still looks at himself. Just, this is strange, I know, for all of us. I just feel, what the worst part is I feel weird without a hat. As he's instinctively ready to tip it to say thank you, but there's nothing there for him to do. Hi again, everyone.
I'm sorry. Have I met this individual?
Probably.
Alfie, get your head out of your ass for once. Jesus.
Oh shit!
I swear, you've been snorting too much of that rock. I swear.
You been what now, boy?
I said nothing.
Don't make me find out that you've been doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing.
What do you mean? Alfie's always doing something he's not supposed to be doing. I don't know what else you expect from this small boy.
Can we get back on topic?
I thought you were the responsible one.
Ichabod is like keeping a distance, just watching this whole thing. Like, I guess they know each other. I'm gonna go on a limb and
He
say, I think they
immediately,
know.
like after the whole exchange, just gives you a hug, Ibarra.
She hugs Copper Brass back. She goes, Copper Brass, you know, I'm trying to keep everybody else out of trouble in this goddamn town. You think I'm going to be able to keep up with Alfie on top of that? Why we keep him outside of town for a reason?
He takes a moment and he just kind of like holds your chin just to look you in the eyes, and you can see the orange glow, the familiar tinge of light that you know has the vibrancy of life within it, the arcane energy that sources all Warforges. But you can see almost the signature look that you know was a rare few that could look right through you to understand what you're actually saying. And he just gives you a pat on the shoulder and you're doing good, girl.
I'm trying my best, but there's only so much I can do, but I'm grateful that we at least have each other. We're grateful to have you back, that's for sure.
Well, therein lies a mystery. And he looks at Silas. What do you think, Smarty Pants?
Silas did look to Brass when he rose, and at some point in time during the pleasantries, his gaze has shifted back to the Creation Forge, and he hasn't stopped looking at it.
He looks at what you're looking at, and yeah, I know. I'm pretty damn shocked at myself.
There's a lot of potential in that water.
Just like there's a lot of potential trouble in it as well, just like anything else that's come out of this damn mine.
Well,
You gotta keep that in mind, Silas.
Speaking of
let's
coming
just
out of
say
the
that,
mind,
oh, you, sir. I'm so sorry. As he approaches you, Ichabod, just carefully. I know. Son, it's okay. I know you don't recognize me without my uniform, but I know a citizen of Wyrmwatch, even if they come and go. But I do recognize your face, but I used to be the sheriff.
oh,
They called me Brad.
Oh, that's who he is.
Dear God, Alfie, I swear to God. Oh, jeez.
Don't mind him. Most people don't.
He has no mind. What you talking about?
Ichabod actually, you see him sort of hesitate for a moment. There's like recognition in his eyes of, yeah, I recognize that voice. And he sort of, you see him, he removes his robe that he carries with him, sort of like very, very handmade, nothing very extravagant, even a little colorful. And he just takes it off and just hands it to you.
Thank you kindly, son. That ladder.
I
Feels more
don't,
presentable, to say the least.
I don't want to cut this conversation short, but I would like to remind everyone we are still, well, he just sort of gestures around.
Well, oh my darling. Sister Mirashana, I am so sorry. I did not realize that I was in the presence of, again, our true faithful.
Wow. I'm not so sure you can say that anymore. And I'll just point out that while former Sheriff Brass and Ivara weren't looking, she had taken a handkerchief and quickly just wiped any remaining kyber dust off of Alfie's nose. And just shoved that into his
Oh, can you save that? I could
for-
use that for components later.
I'll get to you in a second.
In my
boy.
nostrils.
All right, please be patient. Oh, And he looks at you, Evan, and he just, hang on a moment. I know your face, and I've seen you around the farms.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I assisted you once with a lost sheep incident. Or was it a pig? Wait, it was livestock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a favorite of yours that went missing one day.
Yes, Tessa May. I'm so sorry, Sheriff Copperbreast.
Oh, no,
sir.
no, please, no, don't be mistaken. I ain't in charge no more. Made that very clear with my compatriots here. Y'all can call me Brass. Seems simple enough.
Okay, Brass.
I know, it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah. Just to clarify for my sake, you are as alive as a Warforged can be right now.
I reckon that's true, ma'am.
Because I'm pretty sure I seen you in some kind of vision in a plane where a giant machine killed us one time.
Didn't you call him a big fuck off
Well,
middleman?
That would be
Yes,
true.
a giant fuck off middleman,
Yeah.
specifically.
Dagger Daddy.
Here's the problem with this. See, I understand that, and I know
Mhm.
exactly what you mean, because while I can't quite explain it, seems pretty much beyond my level of reasoning, but from what I understand, the last thing that I actually physically remembered is riding off to take care of business that I needed to out in the wilds when I said goodbye to y'all, which, as I'm starting to look around, was a permanent goodbye, so it seems to most.
Not all of
But
us.
yet, at the same time, some bit of sentient essence of myself kind of lingered on in whatever place it is that y'all did some test of merit, whatever it may be. Because I feel what you're talking about, but I wasn't there. Listen, if I start to try to think too hard about this, my head gonna fall off.
No, listen, actually, you're making about as much sense as I expected you to, which was none at all. So
good.
that's fine. We lost some of the others that we were with. There was like a cave collapse thing, so it's just us. And we're pretty sure like we're under Wyrmwatch, maybe.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be true, depending, seeing as how that is a mighty lot of Kyber around us right now. Well, I'm still getting my bearings, as it were, but, Alfie.
Yes. Hello. As he's
First of all,
trying to
front and
change
center,
that.
if you don't mind.
What can I do for you?
He extends his hand out.
Brass. Hi.
Just want to congratulate you.
On?
Not killing everybody somehow. God.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, back to what my lovely friend Evan said. I did nearly got us all killed by,
Just about to
having
say
10
how
pounds
much
of
of it was your fault.
Oh, no. Well, you see, what happened was I went to, try to dismantle a statue and get it to fall on top of this big metal fucking guy.
All right, back up. Now, I know what other people mean when they say they attempt to do something. But by default with you, it usually involves something that is chemically imbalanced and should not be handled by unprofessional folk,
That's
despite their seeming qualifications.
I am a skilled expert in the field of demolitions. I will make that clear. But
Do not mistake skill with wisdom.
If by skilled meaning you're skilled at blowing things up, that's definitely true.
Well, by all means, they are the best then, ain't they?
Yeah. It makes it even all the more terrifying, in my honest opinion.
And now I'm highly intrigued in introducing Kyber dust into Compound 4 and see if I could make something even more volatile. But that is an experiment for a later day.
If I had cuffs on me, I'd slap them on you so quick you'd make your head spin.
Oh god, I'm gonna have Olga glue down and screw down all the goddamn stools again. This is gonna be ridiculous.
And don't you start messing with her stuff.
No.
Well, if there's anything left there, Copper Brass, after what's going on up top in Wyrmwatch, we'll see what we have.
Ichabod, by the way, after Evan mentioned that they may be under Wyrmwatch, he just went back to the nearest wall and started spider climbing.
Oh, that's a thing that can be done, apparently.
Question, DM. Do we have so we are under Wyrmwatch. Actually, this probably wouldn't be a question for the DM. This might be a question for Alfie.
Oh. Interesting.
Ivara, upon more taking in the notice that we are under Wyrmwatch, she's gonna turn to Alfie and she goes, Alfie.
Yes.
Considering you are very much at home in these caves, good sir, do you have any idea by the layers of rock that we have going on about how far under Wyrmwatch are we?
I'm sorry. Are we just ignoring the fact that somebody's spider climbing a wall right now without any seams? Is he using magic?
Darling, just don't look at me. Answer my question. You like rocks, don't you? Tell me how many layers we are underneath.
First off, I'm going to take offense to that. Just because I'm a dwarf does not mean I like rocks. I have a propensity to explosive components, not
Well, then, I guess you don't
geography.
need to store any more of that fucking dust you got now, do you? You don't like rocks, right?
You like rocks?
I mean, I do like rocks, but that's neither here nor there, right?
Alfie, you can roll an intelligence check with advantage as you calculate the positioning.
You'll see he lowers his goggles and there's a flicker of magic as he's starting to he's enhancing his vision to get a look at the density of the rock overhead. And
Ivara does take a moment. She goes, Alfie, I don't sit there and say that you lack rocks because you're a dwarf. I say you lack rocks because I've seriously walked in on you licking stones left and right like nobody's business. And I don't think anyone would be licking rocks if they don't lack rocks.
You may have a point.
That boy's okay, but he licks a lot of rocks.
In fairness.
I just always see Alfie as the mole from Atlantis.
Again, Michael, what was the check?
Just intelligence, just to calculate something.
Gotcha. Intelligence would be an 18.
So you are very confident that you are in fact in basically the richest part of the mine in the far region on the outskirt of Wyrmwatch, where the House Vol members had been secretly digging, and of where Silas at one point lost his mind from trying to search a little deeper.
So by the House Vol tunnel system that we explored earlier in the campaign?
Very much so.
Have we?
And for those of you who would like to watch those episodes, be sure to look at the backlog of on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
have we come to
Alfie was there for that.
Have we come to the conclusion that those tunnels lead into Wyrmwatch?
Yeah.
All right, my next question is about how many feet.
Right now, you realize though
this?
The only way to go out would be up.
Yes. How many feet?
So am I close to the tunnels? If I were to
You're
be...
at the top point, and I believe last one I said was a full 40 feet up. I believe it was a full like distance of movement that I saw. I remember using as a point of measurement.
Okay, because
Pardon me.
due to the level up that we have acquired, I have selected for my second 4th level spot to be dimensional door.
Ooh, okay. Now, I believe with the difference between dimensional door and Misty Step is that door do you not have to see, or you not have to have a location aware of it?
It says you are able to, so you instantly transfer yourself from your current location to any other spot within range, which is like 400
Right.
feet.
Okay.
You always arrive at exactly the spot desired, whether by simply visualizing the area or by stating the direction.
Okay. And how many people can you take with you?
Um,
One
Pretty
creature.
sure it's only one other person.
give me just a moment.
I just want to confirm because sometimes there's fancy wording.
Yeah. Also, the issue with Dimension Door, if you transport into a place that you can't see and you hit against something, it
So
just shuts you back.
Yeah, you
The
could bamf
target-
into a rock.
One willing creature you can take.
Yeah.
So the target says you and touched objects or other touched willing creatures.
Yeah.
So I'm
one
gonna
other,
look
I
up and
believe,
see
Yeah.
if that. Okay. Hold on. How many can use it?
But in the meantime,
One willing
Add-
creature of your size or smaller. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it is one
I
other
just
willing
realized you
creature.
dyed your hair.
Yeah, I'm blonde now. It's going to be rainbow colors here probably by next month. I just had to banish the color.
All right. Well, under the what seems to be the tunnel systems for House Vol that we explored earlier, you remember Silas? You lost your sanity there for a period, and I was designated medical officer of that delightful little goblin that has disappeared somewhere.
Okay, so Matt
My
knows that you were
experimentations?
not designated as a medical officer of any kind. You just did. But as Alfie looks up, Silas has made his way to the edge of the creation forge and has just been staring down into it.
Silas, you okay, buddy?
Son, I'm gonna need you to back away from that.
I can't walk out of here knowing that this is left down here.
Oh, I do have some compound for remaining, but it's not going to be quite enough if we're planning on getting out of here. We could come back and take care of it later.
Alfie, one moment. Give me and Silas a couple of seconds. And Brass walks over to you, Silas, and just kind of doesn't like stand to block you, but he kind of stands in a position that's in between you and the pool. And he just kind of looks
like
at you.
breaks his gaze and he like looks up, almost snapping back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
You all right, son?
What if we weren't the first person to come down here?
What are you thinking?
If this is just here and all of them are up there, how long before they find this? Because I sure as shit know that whatever they pull out of that water ain't gonna be a former sheriff.
Well, it's a good thing y'all got to me first. Or at least a vessel that became me.
Yeah, but now we know who was involved in all of this. The Institute was involved in all of this, albeit begrudgingly. So who's saying they ain't gonna try to make the next Lord of the Blades right under Wyrmwatch? If I can't dismantle this thing, I sure as shit am going to deactivate it.
Now, I won't lie. I am torn by your statement
I would imagine.
because I need you to have a bit of perspective. If I were to put out this hypothetical, it says that you, Silas, a mortal creature of your kind, you knew that there were only 10,000 of you to ever exist. And then that was it. Some good, some bad, some who just live a life. But you were told, once your time is done, ain't no more gonna be made of you. How would that make you feel?
No more of me.
No kids, no extended family, no lineage, no legacy. Your history ends with you, and then you run the risk of being forgotten, no matter how much good you've done. But then one day you come along and find there's a chance that something is still around that could let your kind live on. And you knew in your deepest pit of your being that you found an opportunity to bring more good, or the opportunity to present more good of your own kind, giving them the choice this time rather than being told this is what you're here to be in the world for. And someone said, no, we can't risk that. Then what would you do? Again, purely hypothetical.
Hypothetical. He's going to kind of adjust and take a deep breath. As you said, this was a matter, this hypothetical was a matter of explaining perspective. I understand the point that you're trying to make, and I can get behind that. And that part needs no explanation. But if you want me to take that question seriously, it's been a very, very enlightening 24 hours, Brass. There shouldn't be any more of me.
Well, fortunately, there's only one of me here, and I've said my piece. And I ain't about to let a man not know what his choices should be and stop him from making them. So I will let you think on this. Think about your priorities at the moment. So right now, you got a group of people who just want to survive. One who's looking like they want to be anywhere back from when they escaped from. And another one who's just too confused to figure out what they've been doing with these people in the first place. Y'all want to just go back home, wherever that may be. So why don't we try and at least get them home safe? While there's still a home to protect.
Reckon I can do that.
I knew you would.
You kind of.
And he just kind of like, they have that moment of just like two men who don't know how to end a conversation. just
Yeah, just
a lot of
clears
quiet.
his throat, starts
Yep.
looking around, just goes, all right, so where the hell was that tunnel that we came down in the first place? We're going to have to blow a hole in some of this while I would let Alfie go around with all that. We are kind
Speaking of all of that, for GM, the entry point that I would have been able to reach,
Yeah.
what is it exactly? Is it like the wall, like the ceiling, and then there's like an in?
Give me a nature check.
I guess I'll do that.
If by possible, Bartholomew would still be out and about, and also probably helping Ichabod. Could I use the help action? Can my monkey use the help action?
Hello,
to
sir.
give
How can I help
advantage?
you? I would like to be some assistance to the master, as you seem to be a friend.
He just has that moment where he just looks at the thing and just trying to find a way out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea.
While that's going down,
Don't be
Alfie's digging
don't
his
be alarmed
bag.
now, darling. He's here to help. He looks a little scared.
Is the
but-
help?
He just looks down. Yeah.
Is the help give me a advantage?
Advantage, yeah.
Thank God.
Alfie's currently digging through his bag, taking out a bag of holding, taking out a bunch of shit, and he pulls out like this spiky ball, and he tosses it over his shoulder, and it lands by Sister Mira's feet, and he pulls out.
Sister Mira, look out! No.
he starts tugging on what looks like a wooden handle, and finally yanks out this light crossbow. Oh, that should do the trick. Yeah. But as that ball rotates, it lands on a button, and the shaft juts out and extends into a full-fledged mace by Mira's feet.
Oh, you smart motherfucker.
Yes.
Tarzan. Or
That's 40, yeah, about 40 feet. This little contraption should be able to do it. Trick, yep.
As
And he
you're
starts
doing
to,
all
like,
of that, Alfie, as you're doing all of that, a rope literally just like
Hold on. Time out, folks. Taylor's. Taylor, what's up?
So the house Vol, the Vol tunnels, isn't that? Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am, just because like this world is already so big. Lady Vitae or Vampire
Yes.
McBitch.
Yes.
Isn't her home near those tunnels?
Her home was actually on another, was closer to the residency area. This is just, we're talking about the mining facility that she had just outside the border of town.
Okay, all right,
So
that's
if
what I'm
I'm-
thinking of.
if
All
I'm
right, never
remembering-
mind.
directly from our past exploits coming down here. We went into the mines, we came down. We were basically at the top of what we discovered was a creation forge. And that's where Silas got the big dumb. Thank you, Taylor. And then we had to leave. So are we like at the bottom of that now and we got to get up to the top in order to get out?
From what you can surmise, yeah, you are deep underneath.
Where he got the big dumb.
also GM. My roll nature was a mighty 10.
You realize like just that, okay, so the plant growth that had been the spore that had dropped out that myconid golem to kind of was affected and mutated by the very kyber energy around. It grew, like, you could see that the vines are rooted from underneath or upwards, as it were. But the means to kind of get through the small hole that it was there and growing from, not human-sized. And even as Ivara's a little demonic assistant is trying to, like, crawl and, like, it can't even, like, budge its way through. Like, no, I'm a beast.
My thumb can't do
I'll
shit.
try. No, I can't. Okay, I got nothing. I'm sorry.
If
I'm
the
a
boulder
failure.
hat
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
fit, then he won't fit.
He just puts it over his heart, like, oh, I don't deserve this.
It's okay, darling. You don't have to push yourself, Bartholomew. I'd rather you be flying around than be stuck up in that rock there and being useless.
So
it will be pretty funny.
would there be anything else or any, like, because Ichabod will probably just look around to see if there are any other cracks similar to where that plant was, or any other entry points that may be either different size or some other thing that he can
Give
see.
me a perception check, if you will. Investigation, actually.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aw.
Oh.
That dropped so fast. That's another 10.
Wow. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Zero. I have 0.
Hard
Excuse
to
me,
determine.
Spider friend. Would you like some assistance up there? Dwarf,
Friend.
great with rocks
Friend.
and explosives. I can help. It's a little hard to get up there, though. You know.
And he just says, "Hold on a moment, dwarf. If you're going to blow things up, I would like to be nowhere near it." And then what Ichabod is going to attempt to do is, while hanging with feet and one hand, he wants to try to get a python from his gear, and he wants to attempt to just use like push on the stone to try to like firmly do it. Yeah, to basically like use his open palm, like monk stuff of punching it to like secure it there after a few strikes, and then use the rope that he has to sort of like secure it and drop it.
I'm going to say that's not a problem. You're able to secure that, and you'll able to drop yourself down easily and safely. So at that, as you're doing that, Brass is going to kind of make their way over to Sister Mira, as he just wants to, check in with everyone. And he sees you, and what is going through Sister Mira's mind at this moment?
So speaking of explosives and blowing things up, as Alfie was unceremoniously throwing bits and bobs out of his bag, she has been sort of like deftly casting Mage Hand and then like neatly placing it in a row in front of him, not behind him, so he doesn't trod on it. And when she got to the mace, she sort of like yelped and almost dropped it when it became what it was, essentially, and calls out, "Alfie, should you be carrying something so finicky, heavy, spikes around your explosives?"
Oh, that thing? Oh, I don't remember when I got that. I thought it was a bomb, to be frank.
I'm going to, for your sake, confiscate this from your possession, yes?
Oh, absolutely. That's all you. I specialize in explosives. I don't swing things.
Is it a spiked mace or is it a morning star?
It's a mace. Mechanically, it's a mace. I haven't bought a Morning Star, unfortunately, but I could potentially make one that explodes.
No, it's a melee weapon. Why would you want a melee weapon to explode? That's a bad idea.
Shield, baby! Or absorb elements, and then I can do fire damage. Fire damage at a cost.
I'm just imagining Alfie running into battle, hitting the enemy, and just and then running right back in, hitting them again, just getting flown back every single time.
Oh, I have armor that lets me stop flying. So I can be like, I don't move, because armor, magic.
A weapon that explodes, no. However, something in the same vein of what you might be trying to do, just look up Fallout, the super sledge, okay?
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what that is.
Alfie would absolutely live in the wasteland like shorts.
Yes.
He wouldn't live in them. He would thrive in the wastelands.
King of the wasteland.
Here's one with a land
I-
that is
I-
waste.
I feel like he would be the equivalent of that crazy nuke guy from The Stand, who's just like, please, please. Like
He would
that is who
definitely be a
Alfie
member
reminds
of-
me of.
You would definitely be a member of the Children of the Atom.
Alfie, does the mace have any sort of benefits or pluses or any sort of
No,
modifiers
it's just
for,
it's a standard mace for now, unless I decide to pick up a spell at next level to magically enhance it.
Sister Mira, do you even toy with the idea of picking up this this mace?
Oh, she's picked it up. She
Oh,
can
okay.
wield it. She's got proficiency in it.
Yes.
So
How
that's
does
why
it
she's
feel
doing.
to have? You know what? I'll actually. Brass will come up to you and just be like,
Hmm.
I feel like it's been a while since you've had a legit weapon in your hand, sister.
Oh, it has. Many years.
How
Of my
many?
own choosing, of course.
Humor me.
Hmm. Taylor, please.
You did it in the private chat. I can't make that to pop up on the screen. No.
Can I get in line asking for a friend? Yes. I'm first.
Give
Anyway.
me. You know what I want you to do? I would love for you,
I'll sign up
to
for
roll.
communion. Let's go.
Sister Mira, roll deception against your own passive insight.
Ooh, smash.
Oh, that's hard. Ooh.
We love this journey.
Oh! 22 against my passive insight of 17.
Use that as you will for what you would like to tell Brass, because he'll believe it with the way that you'll be speaking.
Yes, it is odd, but
Hmm.
I think you found we've had many surprises along our journey for one. We're still mostly sane and mostly together, and halfway not dead. So, as you may recall, our dealings with that Lord of Blades has put other things into perspective as well.
What is your faith's policy on forgiveness?
The Silver Flame teaches that all are worthy of forgiveness, regardless of actions they have committed. But all should be given a chance. But
How long has it been since you've done that for yourself?
she trails off her sentence and is genuinely caught off guard. Sort of looked at Chet, beg your pardon, Mr. Brass, with a sort of surprised, wide-eyed look before it sort of settles into this space of neutrality. I would not be so sure or considered that it might be required at all.
Well, I've been around long enough to seen fine folk go a long time without any sort of inner reflection when they pass by those mirrors and they see their face in that chapel. But I'm sure you'll come around. I need to ask you a question, though, and you don't have to answer. But when it comes time, when we get up there and face who we're going to face, I may need a lot of forgiving for what I will do.
What?
Smash. And I just want to know if
Royal Grey Smash.
I'll be able to count on you for that.
I think even the most of us would be hard pressed to hold anything against you, considering what you've already withstood. But we will see when the time comes. I do hope I am there to witness it.
Amen to that. He
Praise
kind of
God.
just stands in silence. Alfie, what the fuck are you doing? No.
I'm glad you asked. Alfie had wandered over to the rope that Ichabod was so kind to have left behind on that rock face, and is now currently
and lit it and said, "Let's go."
Ichabod literally was like, as they're coming down, looks at Alfie and goes, "Have at it," and then he starts to walk away from the goddamn area.
You'll see he starts digging into his bag of holding and starts pulling out a bunch of mechanical devices, and he starts slapping him on his chest. There's a couple cords that he stretches down his
dear
forearms
God.
and attaches to
That's
his
more
hands.
right.
Yeah, it's a exoskeleton of sorts, but as he attaches the final piece, as what looks like a dial and a power core, he gives it a good like twist, and then you just hear, and he casts enhanced ability on himself, giving him bull strength.
Damn right he does.
And is now climbing up that rope because he's not the most athletic motherfucker on the field.
As
As
you
that happens, Silas just
Laura
like
that
you know,
right?
pats you on
currently
the
has
back.
her hand over her chest, ready to cast mage armor.
Yeah, Ren, what's going on?
No, I was saying as Alfie like puts a hand on the rope to start ascending, Evan, against her better judgment, is going to
You're learning.
I've learned. It's past tense. Evan is going to reach out. It's like, Alfie, before you go up there and do whatever it is you're gonna do that hopefully won't make this entire cavern collapse on us. If there are cracks up there, I can go through and look. I'm pretty good at making myself small.
All right, yeah, hop on.
She's just
Hop,
a little
hop
thing.
on.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay. All right.
As
He just starts
gonna
climbing.
do real
Laura's
quick.
just hovering over her hand, ready. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but before he starts climbing, I pat him on the back and go, "Good luck, don't get us all killed." And I cast guidance.
Yay!
Guidance. Yeah, Ivara's
Yeah,
just
that'd be
sitting there
cool,
watching the
though.
situation. She has her hand hovering over her chest, ready to cast mage armor. Like as soon as she sees like the ceiling start to collapse, and any
You
hope
should
that she will
already
make it out
have
alive.
mage armor on. That's not a reactionary spell. You should have that on already.
Casted it earlier, but I don't know how long it's been.
Long enough. It's fine. It's still happening.
Silas is going
She hasn't
to
cast
like
it yet. She's getting ready to.
Silas is just going to like put an arm around Ivar and just be like, "We're gonna go back into the tunnel that we came from until he's done with whatever he's gonna do."
Yeah, Ichabod's already there.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Ichabod's already like on the back, like ready to run the other way.
Ivara is gonna kind of like, as like Silas is dragging her away, she is gonna look up at Evan and just be like, "Oh, that poor darling right there. She did not ask for any of this."
She'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, say a prayer for Miss Evan, because I feel like
All
she's
this
gonna
hate,
need it.
all this
especially
hate
being up
for
so high.
little old Alfie, and he has never blown any of y'all up ever.
So you have now reached the
She
top
does
of
not
the.
hate Alfie. She fears him.
You've reached the
Okay.
top. You've got
Mhm.
Evan on your back in what form?
Scorpion.
Ooh, okay.
I just imagine automatically.
You quickly get over that fear when Evan basically speaks to you, as she had been.
Alfie, I just want to make it
I think
very
everyone make
clear.
it very
I don't want you to pull up before I come back, okay? It's really important. I do not blow me up, okay? I will not survive before.
You do your thing. Please don't sting me. Do your thing. I'm gonna do a little quick assessment of the geology here and make sure that it's structurally sound. He holds out his
You
arm so
crawl
you can.
up over with the assistance of Alfie as a scorpion trails up your arm and into the small hole above. Evan, as your scorpion self, give me a survival check.
Survival. I don't wild shape up. Do I have it? Okay, it's the same. All right. Okay, it's the same. All right. I would love it if you clicked. No, you don't want to? All right. Well, use the phone. Skills. Survive. $13.
13. Okay. So you don't immediately find any sort of means of getting stuck, but you do follow the path of the vines and where they're essentially growing. You are able to wedge yourself enough, and it's hard to judge the distance because you're only about 2 inches long. So yeah, it what feels like what could be feeling like miles, maybe only like a foot or two. But eventually you are able to break out from the surface, which is still above, at the base of this mine. And you look around and you do in fact recognize that this is the last portion of dig site that that was being done by the miners. And you can see one exposed part from where there were tools and equipments that seemed to be digging just before they hit the vein of all of these kyber shards, not realizing that had they kept digging, this whole wall, like floor, would have collapsed from beneath them.
Okay.
So you do see that there is a means of breaking ground.
Okay, that's like the weak point. All right.
The title of this episode.
Oh, cause
They said the title.
Okay.
And yes, to give you a reference in terms of the map of our lovely town, you are, in fact, just over the Making Limited Dragon Shard mine. You are underneath this entire facility.
Okay.
Smash.
All right.
You're a dragon
okay.
shard mine.
Dragon shard mine.
Treasure.
So if I go back and communicate to Alfie, like this area right here would be like the weakest point. That would be Okay. So I'm gonna and
how's that go, guy?
Cool. We had to get it recovered, so thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'll skitter back down. And then
So, over here, in this area,
and just pointing the scorpion tail and then like skittering over.
like right here. Alfie, I'm not saying this again, All right.
It's just a little alarming is all. It's fine.
You see that
What
she's
is
pointed out essentially a less load-bearing section. Should if you were to kind of go from there, you realize that okay, the immediacy of collapse wouldn't be huge and catastrophic. Instead of starting from the center.
Right. So yeah, with that, he would kind of cinch himself off with a rope and start pull out his toolkit and start shaking it again. And as it shakes, what do I currently have? I think I have alchemist supplies. So I am wait, no, never mind. I don't need that. No, he goes into his bag of holding.
Chemicals while I'm up here.
Bag of holding, pulls out a hammer and python, and he starts examining the wall, looking for like a structural weak point that'll take the least amount of effort to get this wall to collapse efficiently.
Yeah, I won't even have you roll for that. Your skills are, at this point, have been far beyond proven to be sound in terms of the geography and the land that you inhabit daily, but as your ancestry background allows you to use all those skill sets you've learned over the years, you are in fact able to calculate a point that you feel that if you were to expose more of an opening, you could all safely get through upwards.
Cool. So he just takes that python, raises the hammer, tink, and just a little section of the wall collapses out. Hey, turns down to the group. Hey, I got it! Didn't even need a bomb for this!
For those of you who are not by
Ivara's just going to wait for like residual aftershock.
We're all by Ichabod.
Okay, cool.
Suddenly I think I was like on the front, everybody's like looking
No
up.
deck save it needed. As you're all cleared out of the way, and anyone who hadn't been beforehand is certainly pulled over to get them out of the way. Brass is like, just got this damn body. I ain't gonna ruin it again. And you do see, in spite of all evidence to the contrary, that Alfie may in fact be an inept person, their scientific mind and reasoning for using their skill sets in perhaps the most appropriate environment it could ever be used actually comes to a really good result for once, and no one got hurt.
He's the definition of chaotic neutral.
I do believe that I speak for everybody. It's never a doubt that he has the knowledge. It's just a doubt of when he's going to apply that knowledge and if he needs to at that moment. Do we need
Ivari doesn't
right
see
now?
Alfie as stupid. She's terrified of the fact that he is very capable of blowing everyone up. It's just if it's brain, it's deciding on whether his brain wants to do so or not.
This is very much so a big trusting point because he did say, I didn't even need to use bombs. Oh, cool. So, like, if there was a doubt that he'd be like, I don't need a bomb, but I'm going to use one. Yeah, he didn't.
Well, if he was in excess of supply of explosives, he probably would have used a bomb, but he only has 3 pounds of compound 4, and it's kind of important.
Take the compliment. Take the compliment.
No, so
Don't help
while
me.
he's
He
up,
was right over Alfie's head.
while he is up here for the moment, is there any loose kyber that he can quickly, not like quickly like he's hiding it, but like scoop
Snort.
up just for no
Roll
kyber
a
crystals?
d8, and I'll let you know how many pieces of tiny shards you're able to get.
6.
There you go. You got about
All right.
6, quarter-sized pieces.
All right, and it should prove useful at a later date. And he'll just put that in his alchemist bag for scientific experimentation at a later and a more appropriate time. Meanwhile, anybody that needs help up the rope, Alfie will use his enhanced ability while he has it to pull you guys up effortlessly. as you could probably use the help. Some of
Think
you.
about knowing that.
party
My strength is terrible, but can I just have my monkey help me?
Absolutely. As the party
Okay.
climbs, Brass is going to go to you, Ichabod. Now, you look like about the last person who wants to go back up there. And I completely understand.
Think
But
about
here's the
has a-
thing. And he kind of looks at you up and down. Yeah. They done got to you, didn't they?
Did not choose this.
If you had a chance to really mess up them folk that did it to you, though, would you?
I think. I think if I am to go, be a good way to go.
How about this? I am a kind of my word. My word is my bond. All these folks can reckon that for me, and they can back it up. So when I say that I will make a promise, I promise it, and I will fulfill it. Now I ask you, if I will look out for you to make sure that you get the justice you deserve, you help us reach that same conclusion?
Sound like fair terms?
But let me sweeten the pot. We survive all this. God's willing, I have a good feeling we might. I'll make sure that wherever you want to start over again, I'll make it happen.
You see that his expression, he's not able to hide the resounding impact of the words when you mention him starting over somewhere else. And it's clear that this is far from the beginning of him wanting to be anywhere but Wyrmwatch. He just point me in the right direction, Sheriff.
Smash.
I reckon it's that way.
And he has a moment where he looks up, smiles, and then he goes to the nearest wall, and using dash, he covers 100 feet to make his way into the area.
Silas, how the hell is he doing that?
You know, I'm kind of wishing that I got bitten, to be honest, at this point. Anyway,
I'll
That's
be
right.
honest. A Warforged undead vampire? That sounds a little horrifying. Like undead
I know,
humans
I know.
are scary enough.
I know there's a lot going on, and frankly, here's the thing: nobody mentioned this to Doc. If we find them again, just I don't think they're
Totally.
going
How would that look?
You know, I can't really guarantee that copper brass. I tell Doc everything. Well,
Wait,
almost
darling,
everything.
everything.
Not everything.
And
You know
if
I'm
he had a
talking all
collar,
the
he would,
I'm
like,
talking
just
all
do
the
this.
gossip in this town. It's either I
Silas is
know it
putting
or
together
Doc
pieces
knows
that are
it.
not there.
Oh boy. Well,
You have to realize Ivara knows like any gossip that comes through. Ivara hears it, and she has a little black book.
I think that it's safe to assume that Ivara and Brass, one can assume things, but neither will ever tell.
Silas is assuming.
Well,
What?
if
So,
you move ever suits your fancy,
you all
Mr.
eventually
always-
climb inch by inch, foot over hand over foot, one by one, making it up to, for the first time in a long time, a stale but familiar air of your own town into your own lungs once more. There is a moment of hesitation naturally from everyone. And a few feet at a time, you head on upwards with the intent of seeing your town and what it could be. There is not quite light at the end of the tunnel, but a definite sign that there is the end, the exit, or what is typically the entrance. And as you walk out together, the feeling that overcomes you at that point, when you see what has become of your town. And what you see at this point is a fog-filled sky. No sun, no clouds, no color. It's as if the entire town became like a natural sepia tone. But the part that terrifies you is that while the shape of every building is still there in some degree, the majority of this town has been burnt down. Long-standing establishments barely hanging on by a piece of wood. Livestock gone or slaughtered, left to waste on the outside. And the dust from the remains of those who stayed behind or got caught up in the bedlam and the mayhem on that night when all hell broke loose. None can be certain what you're about to face, but you know that this town has changed. By all means, you might be changing with it. And that's where we're going to take a break. When we come back, there may be a showdown.
Yeah!
It's high noon.
This is the
Stay with us
know
on
it's
the
noon,
stream.
babe.
We'll be
It's not
back in
fun to be
about
seen.
10 or so minutes. We are to be diced. You are to be watching. and welcome back. At this time, I'm going to throw it over to Bartholomew for a little bit of talk about what's to come down the line here at All Things to Be Done. Take it away, Matt.
Hi, Bartholomew here, which is definitely my birth given name. While Tarzan struggles with gravity, it's always trying to bring him down. I'm going to let you know this stream has a lot of things. It has a lot of things going on in the coming days. So, of course, right now we have our Frontiers of Eberron that's going on, and it's totally going to be fine. This is bi-weekly, I do believe. So that, maybe skipping a week, because as I'm looking here, 2 weeks from now would be Christmas Eve. And
yeah, we're going to figure it out.
We'll figure that out. So, yeah, stay tuned for more news on that one. Tuesday, that would be December 12th. That is going to be our debut stream of Star Wars Edge of the Empire, as brought to you by our lovely game master, Tarzan, Daddy Tarzan, 82855. Tarzan, do you have a few words that you'd like to say about that, since it is going to be brand spanking new? I would love to hear the words that you have to say. Can you say them right now? Can you? Are you sure? Can you?
Now that you are streaming in D&D your campaign, what do you have to say, Tarzan?
Wow, I'm so glad that I heard all of those words. Viewers,
it was so touching. It was incredibly touching.
It was the best that I've ever heard.
I'm sorry.
It's one of my best speeches I've ever given. It's I understand. No, so Star Wars: The Edge of the Empire, Fantasy Flight TTRPG, a little tricky there, is a narrative-based dice storytelling game. It's really interesting. We're going to be learning as we play this first session, so ignore the kinks at first. We'll get it all straightened out towards the end. But it's a space opera. If you want to be a part of it, feel free to, let us know, and we'll cycle you through it. But
moving on before that joke gets over the stream.
No, I got it. I just wanted to let it go right past. I'm gonna leave
After that, we do have on the 13th of December our amazing cross-stream event between 2B Diced Adventures and Valiant Adventures.
Oh,
which is
that's
going
right.
To be,
What?
That
That's
is
right.
right.
December
Yes.
13th, live on Twitch at Valiant Adventures, and then available on demand on the 2B Dice channel not too far along after. You're going to be seeing a crossover event, the infamous Holiday Rogues Gallery game started by Tarzan will be making its way for a one-time event only for a game called Fimbulwinter's End, where the spirits of the many holidays will be brought forth to the world of Midgard by the trickster god Loki to stop some sort of spirit that seems to be bringing Ragnarok closer than when it is intended in a game we're calling Fimbulwinter's End. So come check that out. I'll be DMing alongside many of the faces here, as well as on other 2B Diced shows. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be using, as always on that channel, the Tales of the Valiant system, and our wonderful friends over at Cobalt Press have given us full thumbs up to utilize the whole shebang-a-bang. So that's going to be great. And all our friends at the Shard Virtual Tabletop have given me some insight and tutorial on all the fun little tricks, as well as a way of having you, the watchers, all our friends at home, be able to have an interactive means of watching the map and see things that our players won't be able to. So that is always going to be fun too. Plus, we'll be using all sorts of tricky little rolls and all my little bells and whistles that I love to bring to all sorts of tables to mess with my players. So yes, December 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be all online to talk and Then we'll be playing, and then we're gonna have a grand old time, and it's gonna be nothing but holiday cheer.
Holiday Spears.
Oh,
All right, I don't know where I went.
Shit.
That was odd. Something happened.
Holiday Spirit as
Um,
we Ragnar rock and roll in that game.
Matt, I trusted you.
As in holidays.
That is not my fault.
See, I feel like holiday. I
You
feel
got
like when
so many
Michael
things.
says holiday spirit, it's like the spirit of like Black Friday, to where it's just absolute chaos and we have no idea what's going to happen. Someone
Listen,
could be hit in the head by a
I
Tickle Me Elmo.
served
We're going to see what happens.
I served 2 terms in Toys R Us. I did my time, all right? And that was when
I
the Wii
served
came
4
out.
terms in retail. I've done my
This
time.
These campaigns
I
are
was-
sponsored by Krampus.
Selling
No.
makeup.
the true enemy of all society.
So we
Y'all want to
can
play some
get
D&D
on-
still?
Yeah.
Well, the last thing that we do have, I'll just get it in here real quick. Thursday after that, we are going to be back on the 2B Dice channel for another installment of Tales of Varden.
Yes,
A
it-
wonderful, wonderful
It's
high
back,
fantasy.
baby!
Yeah.
It has
wonderful,
been
wonderful
moved
high
up from a
fantasy
bi-weekly
adventure.
to
So
a
happy
weekly
to play that
campaign.
again.
Yeah, we're gonna give that a go as much as we can. Headed DM'd by the wonderful Chris Kinney, also known as Claybeard Studios. I don't have my mug. It's really thrown me off this whole session. I should get that before combat starts. But yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
So tune in for that as well. Going to be a grand old time, and I think that is all of our announcements for this week. Unless anybody else has anything.
Well, I feel I need to disclose the Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign is going to start off as a bi-weekly while we get familiar with the system, and then once we are more comfortable with it, then we'll turn it into a weekly campaign. Just ease
But of
everybody
course.
into the system.
Find all of the updates on our respective channels at 2B Diced ADV and at Valiant Adventures on everywhere but X.
Yeah.
Screw that place.
X.
Done with it. You suck, Elon. Anyway.
Oh no, we're
You
gonna
heard it
get
here
followed
first, folks.
Oh no, they're gonna come after us. Ooh.
Let's do this.
So,
All right.
you've walked through the threshold, as it were, of what you thought was going to at least be a preserved moment of the town that you left behind, but needless to say, what you are is that it feels eerily quiet. What are we doing?
While we were while we were
Eerily
walking
quiet, it's not right. If anything, it looks exactly like this photo.
could I have ritual cast locate plants and animals?
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't let me do a specific creature, but a creature type. And I am trying to locate the nearest sheep in 5 miles.
That's fine. No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, there are some wild livestock that have broken through, and you are able to at least pinpoint where they are, but it seems that this is a dangerous landscape, and you are unaware of whether or not how tame or
Domesticated.
what is even left of this entire civilization. And as you feel like this, all of you can sense that there's just this, the only word to really describe it all is chaos. And then it happens. I need all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Your DC is 13.
Save.
19.
So only let me know if you failed.
What's the DC? I'm sorry.
It'll make it easier. 13.
13.
I passed.
Okay.
I don't trust this dice. I'm gonna use this
I
one.
see your hand. Don't worry.
Alfie,
no.
That was a 3+1.
Oh, honey.
Silas and Alfie, if you wouldn't mind each rolling a D100.
Oh no, I passed. I passed.
Oh. I thought
You're good.
Alfie was saying it for you, Silas. Sorry. Silas, you're good. Alfie, D100 roll, please.
Mark it on the calendar. This is probably the first wisdom saving throw that Silas ever will pass.
Yeah, I think the
First one
whole
that he has
campaign.
passed.
This is the first time, and it's a good time.
Mark your calendars. I just rolled a 69.
Nice. Can we get some nices in the chat? Let's show our age. Oh no!
Like when the DM says, "Oh no,
I'm so
it's
happy.
real bad."
I'm so happy already.
Oh god!
Alfie turns into a chipmunk.
Okay.
How
I
bad
get
is it for
stupefied?
everyone else?
Did I just get stupefied?
One moment, please. I have to get some dice.
Uh,
Oh,
this is going to be bad
Oh,
for
no.
all of us.
Alfie, what did you do?
I have
Oh,
no
that makes
idea.
it
Alfie
worse.
gonna blow himself up?
Whatever
Oh,
it is
no.
targeted, just get so many dice. There's going to be like collateral damage.
Alfie, this is why we keep trying to get Alfie into therapy, but like
This is
Listen,
why
you have
people
to-
get concerned about Alfie. Because
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the last episode of Frontiers of Eberron.
Do I have anything for this? Flash of Genius? What is that? That's 5? Yeah,
Bro,
even if I
yeah,
do.
you
we're,
need
the
to do the
BBB
13.
is Alfie.
You gotta get a +9 out of nowhere, bruh.
I can give you a D4 on top of that.
Wait. Oh, yeah. How long does guidance last?
I can cast
Uh,
Flash
a
on
minute.
you.
Was that a minute? Oh, yeah. It definitely expired then.
I give you guidance and you don't
just
even use it.
Make
What
y'all
is this
sweat
shit?
for a moment. I have a
This
D6.
is-
I am
Oh,
assigning
boy.
a number to each of you, starting from Silas.
I'm sorry,
to
fucking
Evan,
what?
And Sister Mira to Ivara. That would be 1 to 3.
Am I about to shoot somebody with my grenade launcher?
I don't like this.
Okay, Silas.
Can I
number
see
one.
Mara cast a mage hand on the way up here?
I passed.
I'm just gonna mess.
Mage armor.
I'm just going to message the one of you that it just got affected. No, I was saying Silas is number 1, just for clarity. Silas 1, Ichabod 2.
I thought you said Silas, and I was like, oh no.
No. I'm just gonna message. Give me a moment.
It's still gonna be
Great. As long as I don't shoot somebody with my grenade launcher, I'm happy. Do I switch bodies?
Oh my god!
Freaky Friday, Freaky Findle.
Terrifying.
Oh, man. Well, this is fun, guys.
the anticipation. The faces. Michael is.
Not me
Trust
staring at Discord, waiting for the dots to pop up
Thank you, I'm
next to
looking
Michael.
Oh my god.
We're all going to die.
Technically speaking, I already did that. So
I'm feeling
Well,
really
aren't you
warm.
just
And it's
special?
just summer over spicy chicken that I'm eating.
All right, moving on.
And I don't even find out. That's just delightful.
Moving on.
Healthy? You feeling
Yeah.
alright?
So Yeah, the wild magic energy kind of just. I'm sorry.
Wild magic.
I'm sorry. It just listen. It just things happen and things happen in a way where you don't know if dice are possessed and are listening, and then you're like, what? Okay. So anyway, continuing.
Damn it.
You are an abandoned version of the town. And I'm going to switch over to that person needs to stop messaging me while I concentrate on getting this game moving forward. You're welcome to place yourselves in the area you would like to start exploring. This is abandoned, essentially. This is a deserted Wyrmwatch for the most part.
Smash.
Where all did we come up from exactly?
You're coming from the east, so the right side of the map.
Gotcha.
All right.
Whoa.
I would say Ivara, she hasn't moved from the spot from after she has risen from the mines. She is just currently looking at the fire and the carnage.
All right, I'm going to put you as the warlock there.
You're the warlock.
Technically, Ivara
Now,
was a
this-
warlock until she found
Yeah.
out she was a witch.
Yeah.
Smash.
Why does Victor always has to be so unique and make their own logo?
Yeah.
It's Victor. What else do you expect?
That's true.
have it.
The druid is the leaf.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ichabod probably the first thing he did was went out to a rooftop and it's just trying to get as much of a bird's eye view as he can.
I hear.
Pardon me, sorry. I'm still also a little like caught off guard from the literal insanity that just happened from above. But don't worry, you'll all find out.
Don't worry, you're just gonna die.
So, I've never been shook so much by a D100 roll in my life.
You're welcome.
As you're all walking through town, I need everyone to give me a perception check. I will roll for copper as well.
I
Alfie,
will
can
say
you
again,
stop rolling
Ivara
like
has
garbage?
not moved, and she is just looking at all the stuff.
9.
What is that? That is the perception, right?
Nat 20 for 27.
Nice.
We love to see
That'll
it.
be a flat 11.
I'm going to flavor the 4 that I rolled. Silas is busy because I am using 2 third-level spell slots to cast Aid on everybody.
Smash.
So that is going to give us
Aid
all.
you?
You raise your current and maximum HP by 10.
Well, that one was the plus 11 that I got for some reason. I don't remember.
So does that add up to that 11?
No.
No, this is not temporary HP. This is you raising your.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Your
Yeah.
Oh,
Maximum HP goes up.
All right.
Did anyone score above 15 for perception?
27.
Okay.
Evan and
Sister Mira,
Ichabod and Mira.
Evan,
My eyes are
Ichabod.
open.
3 of you
I'm blank.
are going to be the first to hear footsteps from the distant side of our map here as I bring the actual pointer. From around here, just the sound of spurs as a figure that you can see. You know how heat rising off of the ground gives that wavy look to the air and almost kind of dissipates any kind of imagery around it. Sister Mira, what did you roll for that perception?
17.
17, okay. And Evan, you rolled a 20-something?
27. I got a nat 20.
I rolled a 16.
When would you say, how many times have you ever seen Brother Mason?
She doesn't much go to the church. So if
But
he
you'd
would have
know a
been
clergyman
around,
if you'd know a clergyman
Absolutely.
if you saw one.
absolutely.
Standing the far end of this area, as all my characters seem to float around, and one is on the roof.
To be fair, he can spider climb.
That's true. That's true. He can. A familiar voice calls out to you, Sister Mira. I only wanted to save the town.
How honest is he being?
Give me an insight check.
Dirty 20.
I'm calling bullshit.
From their tone, they sound sincere. It's the next sentence that chills you. Just like you saved me all those years ago. You took me in when I was a beggar. I had no name. Now I have had purpose. I have a new life. One that I could share with all of us together. I told you from the beginning. You knew my words rang true. A new life is destined for all of us. And all he does is reach out his hand. You're not alone, Sister Mira. Look at amongst you. Look what we've created already, as he points to Ichabod. Part of our new family that the forgotten house can now be remembered by. And as he takes a few steps forward closer, there's a pause in his gait. As he looks to you, Silas. And I see that one more has joined our clergy by miraculous means. This is a glorious day. Silas, as you hear these words, you look down at your own skin that you realize has now become a similar pale complexion to that of Ichabod. And you feel a wave of hunger. I would love for you, Silas, of which you have been cursed by wild magic, to take on the visage and the form, unlike your new aligned member of Dampier, to give me a con saving throw.
Oh my
Is that using the change? Because becoming a vampire changes things?
At disadvantage.
Vampire dragon?
Am I
Someone that should be
applying
a children's
the
book.
Am I applying the vampire template to my character sheet before this roll?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be a quick change. 1 second. Let me just click manage character and levels. And we're just going to arc over here.
Wow.
Alfie, you couldn't have rolled a better number for your storyteller in general.
Fucking what?
My God. What?
Wild magic curse? A wild magic curse.
So there's that. Alrighty, and now it's a Constitution saving throw.
Can I
Okay.
cast Bless
At
on him?
disadvantage.
Garda's not really even religious, but she's praying to the fucking gods right now. Like, my God.
Michael, can I cast Bless on him?
Hello, Satan, is that
A
you?
little late for that. I did kind of
Might be
already
too late,
roll.
my dear.
So that's a 13.
+5, Flash of Genius. Silas, you feeling alright?
No.
Even at disadvantage. No, interesting.
Yeah, well, I had a 6 and a 7, and then with my new statistics, I have a +7 to Constitution saves.
Plus an additional
Ah.
5 from Flash of Genius.
Yeah, so 6 plus 12, 18.
So you're okay. So here's the thing about vampires, you know,
Uh-oh.
When they
You
get-
tell.
You
when
know
they
you
get
said
hungry, when they get hungry, you are not fighting the urge. Rather, when you're saving to make sure that you are well, satiated. The con save was to see if your humanity was going to fight back. Your vampirism's urge was stronger.
So I wanted to fail. I love this for me.
I need you in this
Mhm.
moment
Mhm.
assigning instead the number 1 to well, it can't be it can't be it's gonna have to be Brother Mason.
Okay.
Rolling a d6.
So
We'll roll
with
that
me
number.
being 1 originally.
No
now
longer
that
with
1
you
is
no
brother-
longer being 1, but rather another organic
No.
person.
Now 1 is Brother Mason. Okay. D6.
Same numbers assigned as before.
So it was 1, 2, 3 straight across the top, 4, 5, 6 straight across the bottom.
Who do you turn to feed
With to feed.
off of?
Look at the map again.
Fucking what?
Yeah, so looking straight across at this individual as this urge kind of takes over, and Silas just kind of like punches down a little bit, closes his eyes, trying to focus, and just turns his head. And as he opens them, his normally amber-colored eyes, now a little bit more red, lock directly on Alfie Emberbeard.
Accurate.
No.
Still got the 5 right there, buddy.
In what feels almost like an instant, but is slow and painful for the remainder of you, you watch as an ally turns to a foe. And in a burst of movement, Brother Mason finds themselves even closer. Looking at all of you, he points at you, Sister Mira. We have one last chance to finally make all of this right. Join the family, and all will be well in the blood of our Savior.
Mason. Oh, Mason. A wise woman once told me that honesty without kindness is brutality. But kindness without honesty is manipulation. You knew her too, and she would be so disappointed at what you've become. If only I could be more disgusted.
You.
Can I cast Guiding Bolt on him?
Smash.
Before he can even say the word heretic, roll for attack on the guiding bolt.
I don't think that.
Or
that
damage,
hits.
rather, if it's an instant. Yeah.
It's not an instant hit, but I don't think that hits. Do I have inspiration? Yes, I do. Let's try.
So, Michael,
Please help.
question: do I have this feat in this extra hex?
Yes. Yeah. That was the yes that I gave you before.
Okay, so
So-
go ahead, Mira.
Let's
Go ahead.
let's have her do her thing first.
That's a 21 to hit
That will hit.
for 21 points of radiant damage to cast Guiding Bolt at level 3.
Holy shit. All right. Let's roll initiative.
As that guiding bolt goes off, I already asked Tarzan to roll to resist a grapple as Silas lunges at him.
And
We'll
I
get
was
to that
going
once.
to actually,
In
Okay.
initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get to your
Okay.
respective moments because now the
gonna
surprise attack
write
round
down-
is over.
Oh my
Number
god,
that I
fuck
rolled.
off.
And just leave them in the chat for me.
Tarzan, I wrote down the number that I rolled for the grapple, so
Oof. Brother Mason.
I have a lot of
that's
feelings right now,
unfortunate.
Michael.
Victor, why?
Like, are you fucking kidding?
All right, I will need someone kindly to keep track of this as I change up the music.
Of course I go before Alfie. No, I want to lose. Also, I asked Tarzan to roll that grapple. He was just silent, looking between dice and character sheets and stuff. So I am afraid of what his answer is going to be when it's my turn. Okay, initiative. Who has the higher dex between Ivara and Evan?
my dex is. Give me just a moment. Sorry, I'm having to
F +3.
go about things. Give me just a moment. Fucking move.
Probably the
Let's
most
see.
embarrassing initiative that a monk has ever rolled.
My dex is a +2, so it'll be Evan who goes first.
I don't want to be first.
You got
Well,
this.
shoot ain't bad.
And
Yeah, I have been waiting to drop that bomb quite some time.
Michael. We will have words.
I'm
After
shooketh.
this session.
Smash and shooketh. The shooketh of the smash.
Visceral reaction.
I have to put up my evil DM hood now.
Physically recoiling.
Oh no! Yes, he's not wearing the Hawaiian shirt. He's wearing the evil DM hood.
Dun, dun, dun!
Yum, yum.
Michael, do you just want me to track initiative for you, or do you want?
If you could just copy and paste the order for me in the chat,
It's not a copy paste because I wrote it down, but I got
or
it.
whatever it may be.
I got it.
But we hope you're all enjoying all these twists and turns out there, because I love fucking with these guys.
We love it. For some reason, we're what is it, masochist, sadist, whichever one it is. Probably both.
Probably both. Gonna be both? Both. So we are going to start top of the round with Evan.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. Where? I wasn't looking at the
You
map.
are the
Where did
least,
Mason go?
So you can place yourself wherever you actually like, because I don't think I actually had you have control, but you are able to if you choose to move it. If you should be able to.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. Mason is in front of me, and he is how far away from me? The 30 foot. That's fine. Okay. So
I'm so pleased with how upset I've made Dia. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
I brought him an Alpha plushie.
And yes, you did.
Aesthetic little meow meow. I can't believe you
Ooh.
turned him into this. He was
What
like
I'm
my favorite.
really curious about is what KJ is doing right now. Our resident note taker. How much of the conspiracy theory board lined up?
Usually they're in the chat, so I'm expecting the reaction videos that they do, and just I'm gonna watch them implode.
I predict excited hand flappies.
Excited? Who's excited right now?
All right,
Terrifying.
let's
You
get back
can
on
be
track.
excited and terrified at the same time.
Top of the round.
have we taken a short rest? Is my question.
You know what? I'm going to say yes. With the amount of time that's gone by, that's only fair.
Great. Thank you. That means I get my spirit totem back. So I can bonus action do my bear totem, which I'll get in a second.
We did get a short rest?
I'm
Yes.
going to say yes.
Okay.
Because I am a fair, if anything, benevolent-ish DM.
So benevolent. We thank you for your grace, oh gracious DM.
Don't suck up
Okay.
now. It's too late.
Oh, good. Well,
It's too
that's
late,
good
we just
because we got
started,
a
oh, no.
short rest. Because we got a short rest, I'm going to let you know, Alfie, I'm back at max HP now. Yay!
Maybe I should summon a unicorn.
Oh no, if I
no,
just
actually,
made it worse.
yes. Bear. So 12 temporary HP and advantage on strength checks and saves, which I feel like Alfie might need. And then for my action, I'm going to do what I didn't get to do and summon my flaming sphere right on the top of Brother
Okay.
Mason. So if he could make me a dexterity save.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Do I want to?
Oh, when he... Oh,
I
actually,
will.
Stipa, I can't... Right. Ends his turn within 5 feet, so I put it next to him. And
Okay.
then at the end of his turn, he'll have to make a dex save. But yeah, that'll
End
just
of my
be there.
turn, I make a dex save. Okay, good to know.
Yes.
So we're just
He's
going
still
to, I'm just going to find something to put there as a means of fire. Until then. Oh, look at that. A fire sphere. Just going to put it right. No, that's too
Oh!
big. Far too big. We're going to put that right there. There we go.
Yes.
Little
Yes,
happy
that's
fire
the
sphere.
goal.
Perfect. Okay. So, anything else?
No, that's my
No,
total.
you're good to go?
We'll have
Okay,
their 12 temp HP. That's all.
Ivara, you're up. And then Mira, you're on deck.
Oh, you can change your spell list as a
All
part
right,
of this.
so Ivara is kind of shaken from her gaze of looking at the carnage and the burning embers all around her. Upon seeing Silas hunkered over and looking that he is going to attack Alfie. Now,
Narratively
based on
speaking,
the
he's, like,
experienced vampires we have,
mid-dash.
okay, so upon mid dash, Ivara, if he is mid dash, there's no questioning it. He's going to attack Alfie. You see Ivara's red hair just immediately extend outwards into like these tendrils as they then go and lash out right at Silas. And he's going to have to make a. I'm gonna have to make a magical weapon attack roll, which I'm guessing is my weapon casting modifier, or like rolling plus 3, which would be my weapon modifier or my magic modifier, spell modifier, whatever.
D20
All
plus
right,
3.
That is a 17 plus 3.
I believe that will hit you,
Does
Silas.
it hit me? Yes, that does. Wait a minute. Wait.
Okay.
I'm considering things. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so
I'm
he
not-
takes
not-
1d6 of magical, I would say at this point slashing damage, because she would be trying to get her hair in front, but he also is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw of 15, and if he fails that, he will be knocked prone, or knocked prone, disarmed, or restrained. My choice. So I will restrain him if he fails that dexterity saving throw.
That is a 23.
I believe that's
Jesus Christ! Never mind. So I guess he goes and she goes and slashes at him, tries to restrain him, only for him to break out of it. As for the damage for that D6, that's going to be
Yeah, give me that damage.
5. Huh? That'll be 5 points
give me that
of
damage.
slashing damage.
5.
5 points
Magical
slashing.
slashing
Okay.
damage to be exact.
Got it. Good to know.
Okay.
And give me just a moment. Now, since I already did the magical hair as an action, I guess I cannot do lightning or anything like that. So she would just hold on. I gotta look up what are the properties of a whip? Can they just whip somebody? Or
If you're looking to basically like pull the Indiana Jones on them, give me. And are you looking to pull back now as like a bonus action? Unless you've already
pretty
done
much.
yours.
I'm just trying to restrain him in any way possible, or at least like even if it's to trip him, to like maybe he hits his head hard enough that he fucking snaps his ass out of it.
I'm gonna say because he saved, he didn't get entangled in it.
Okay.
So your
so
hair
with that, I
whipped,
would just say
literally
she would.
whipped at him and caused damage, but it didn't entangle his feet to trip him or anything.
All right, so I would just say as like a bonus action, if possible, just for flavor. She's going to just whip her hair on the ground to make very loud snapping noises in hopes that it can snap him out of the primal instinct that he has going on right now. Be like, hey, Silas!
Okay.
And
Give me an intimidation check. Yeah, let's make it. Let's make an intimidation.
I'm somewhat decent.
Why not? That sounds like it's
All right, hold on. I gotta get my stats up. Give me a moment. All right. Yeah, she's pretty much trying
asking
to
me questions on Discord while I'm trying to
grab-
maintain this chaos, and I'm like, I'm doing my best.
I understand.
Intimidation.
That's what
You gotta just. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. That's fair.
That's a 19 plus 4 for a 23.
Okay, so Silas, to counter that, give me I would say, yeah, let's do wisdom save on that.
I never wanted to fail a wisdom.
If this
save.
snaps you out of it, gets you to your wits, boy.
+1.
And I will say Bartholomew, because he also comes on my turn. He would probably his one
Don't make me
cantrip
reach in the screen and slap your Tarzan.
And so considering that failed, he's allowed one cantrip, and I believe, let me double check, one cantrip and one level spell slot.
God damn.
For the record, that was a 6 on the wisdom save. I don't know if I want to pass or fail it.
I'm gonna say it shakes you up a bit, and you are still fighting though that urge. So you do get like a moment of like, I know, like I understand this is bad,
Right.
but I can't stop it right now.
So on that, he's going to have to make a strength saving throw of 15 as Bartholomew casts Lightning Lure on him.
Hell yeah. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Strength save. 16.
Damn, dog.
Dang.
So I don't. Hold on, I gotta look up Lightning Lure now. I don't know if it's half the damage.
It does lightning
I know I
damage.
can't bring it. Yeah, I know. Well, it's lightning damage, but if they fail the strength save, they are whiplash, and he failed the strength, or he succeeded the strength save. So I need to know if he gets half damage or no damage. I think it's no
supposed to
damage
roll to
considering it's a
hit.
cantrip.
Yeah, it was a
most-
roll to hit though.
It's a roll to
Most
hit, so the
are-
lightning hit.
No.
Oh, I am.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
You create a leash of lightning. It strikes a creature of your choice within 15 feet of you. Target must succeed a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet straight towards you, and then take 1d8 of lightning. So, due to the fact that he saved on it, he does not take the damage. Unless do you roll to attack lightning lure?
No,
I thought it was a
it's
strength saving throw.
Yeah, what you just read, it's just the strength save, which is interesting. I didn't know that about Lightning Lure.
Okay. Well, on that, I don't think my monkey can do a bonus action with a claw or a bite due to the fact that he used his action to do
Such a
lightning
fun
lure.
thing to say.
So, yeah. So he already did lightning lure as his main action, so that will be the end of my turn. But she will take the time to look at Silas and be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in your little head right now, but you better get your shit together or I'm going to have a boot up your ass here in about 10 seconds.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, all right. So, Mira, it is your turn, and Silas, then you're on deck.
Oh boy!
Silas, you feel Mira's hand touching your arm.
Ooh.
And
Smash.
it's charged with the same energy, the same magic you would feel as if lightning was about to strike. You hear in your head as she says, I knew there would come a day we would need to save you from yourself. I didn't think it would be so soon, and cast protection from evil and good on you.
Oh.
Specifically against undead. So rather than sort of
Wow.
cold, tingling energy, you feel a sort of surge of warmth stemming from your hand, from your arm where she's touching you, and just throughout your whole body. And that sort of keeps that chill of undeath away. There is no save for that, there's no hit for that, it just happens on touch.
Michael?
Yes.
This is up to your purview because this is not a rules as written kind of thing.
Yeah, this is an interesting little curveball, but I encourage this type of behavior from my players. Creatures of these types has disadvantage on attack rolls against the target.
Look at the charm
type of creatures. So what I'm going to say is that this is going to essentially be protecting you from anything Brother Mason may try to do to you. It can't quite work against type, even though you have been cursed to become one of the things that you are very much protected against.
So is that the hang up there, because the target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them? That I am not charmed, frightened, or possessed. I'm cursed.
You are cursed. Yeah.
Yay!
So this can protect you from anything Mason may try to do to you, but against yourself, you are still until something takes that wild magic mutation away from you. You are still subject to the thing you have become at the moment.
As a
But
bonus action,
nothing else can hurt you in that sense.
Okay.
you need to focus on one fight. It's one against yourself right now. So for my movement, I'm going to release Silas, move 25 feet forward. And bonus action. Stare Brother Mason dead in the eye and cast Vow of Enmity.
I
love where all
Say it, coward.
This is incredible. This is why I love this game.
You won't do it?
Oh, he will. He will.
Do it. You know you want to.
Yeah. You're going to do it.
Smash. Whatever's going to happen.
Pick high
smash.
or low?
What was that?
Pick high or low, because I asked you a
Oh, you're going to put this on me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. Matt, choose odds or evens.
Oh, I mean, that's basically the same thing.
And I'll roll, and you tell us then what's going to happen.
So I'm gonna just put it out there right now. If I pick correctly, that means I get what Matt wants, which is Dia goes on with her turn. If I am wrong, then Silas is taking an opportunity attack to grapple Mira as she leaves his space.
Okay.
Go for it.
So even.
That is a 16.
I do not grapple Mira. Go ahead, do your Vow of Enmity things.
Mira gets advantage on Brother Mason to attack him.
Yes, you may.
Yeah, buddy.
That is mine.
Smash!
Fantastic. Silas. It is your turn. Alfie, you're on deck.
I'll say with everything that's happened, he gets nailed with the hair whip and then moves out of the way of the lightning lure and everything else. And pretty much it's all just like obstacles for him to get around. He's unfortunately still focused. So, Alfie, I rolled, let me double check because I wrote it down forever ago, a 12 on an athletics check to grapple you.
Oh, given that a grapple check requires the defendee to either use athletics or acrobatics, I will be using acrobatics, which gives me a +3 to my 19, therefore making it a 22.
Beautiful.
Yeah, buddy. So you just
We
see Alfie like,
love.
Silas, what are you doing? Ah, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, and I'm going to flavor this as he literally like reaches for you, and his mouth is open. Due to his draconic heritage with this as well. Not only does he have fangs in the canines, but also his eye teeth. So he do be having a toothy maw, and he is like going to grab. And when you don't respond to that, or like don't respond. That's going to be the words that I use. I don't really have anything that I can do it. Wait a minute. I have new stuff now. Do I have bonus actions? No, I don't. Yet Silas is just like yelling as he's trying to get his hands on you and chase you down, and that is going to be his turn.
Spray bottle to silence.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
What big teeth you have. Smash.
Silas, are you feeling all right? You're acting a little strange. You're scaring me a little bit.
Wait, is Alfie still charmed by me?
Oh, I forgot!
That happened last time we played.
I think it only lasted a minute or an hour, I think.
That's fair. Okay.
I think
would have been
was
live.
what the case. But yeah. He doesn't even have his fucking grenade launcher out at this point yet. So, oh dear. Seeing that, he's gonna instinctually what's the components here? He rolls out of the way, and as he does, he's like panicking, and he reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a wad of what looks like cotton, essentially, but really sticky, and he swings out his arcane focus and jams it into the barrel of his grenade launcher. I'm sorry, my friend. Please sit still, and he fires. He casts web at you. Second level. You need to make a dexterity 16 saving throw.
Dex of 16. Okay.
What he beat last time, or 15 is what he beat, but he rolled 16 last time with strength edge.
That's an 8.
You are hereby considered restrained as a mass of web ejects from the barrel and envelops you and holds you in place. So attacks against you are made at advantage. Any attacks that you make are considered at disadvantage. And you can, let's see. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them must make you're already restrained by it. So a creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. If it succeeds, it's no longer restrained. So you're restrained, and mind you, highly flammable at this point in time. That was his action.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear Lord.
Bring it on, buddy.
Oh no. I forgot you go boom.
Bonus action, he raises up his arm that has his little Eldritch cannon that is currently fitted to be a flamethrower. And I'm sorry, my friend. Fucking taps the top of it, and it's
as this happened, like the web caught his hand as it was like going for you, so it's like stuck right there. And then I'm
Right.
sorry, buddy. He's actively trying to grab your face.
Flamethrower is a 2d8 plus the 2d6, I believe, for the web itself. Let me double check.
I do the dex things though.
2d4. You can dexterity saves are automatic fail, I believe, with restrain.
Yeah, let me just put the restrained condition on my character in D&D Beyond.
I can also do that. You're on Owlbear.
Creature has. I have disadvantage on the
Disadvantage. Okay, there you go. 2d4.
That's 13.
So 2d4 plus the 2d6. And
So, are you technically grappled now? Is that what's going on, or
No, I'm restrained.
by
restrained?
a cocoon of webbing that Alfie shot him with his.
Which artificer am I putting this over? Is that the right one? Yes.
I don't know. It didn't let me name myself, so.
No, I got it. I put
Oh,
a
yeah.
ring on you that says.
Oh yeah, I'm the gear, and Alfie is the Alfie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say your number, buddy.
Oh wait, 2d8, not 2d6. You silly bastard.
Remember, GMs, sometimes it's fun to put some players against each other when you have the right means.
So you're immediately enveloped in fire, which then kind of creates a little mini explosion. As you're enveloped by 9 fire damage plus 4 additional fire damage from the webbing, and as that happens, you just see Alfie running away with a column of fire. So he's moving. How do you measure your movement?
13 was the total, yes?
9 plus 4, correct. And then while that column of fire is spraying out, he's going to run. He's only got 20 feet of movement, right? 25 feet. Okay, yeah. He's just going to
generally run about where I put the fire. I'm trying to properly put it in its place, but it does not seem to be wanting to cooperate.
Oh yeah, does the fire persist after?
There we go.
Engulfed.
I think it lasts. I think that I'm technically restrained until the start of your next turn or something.
Yeah. Webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to the fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire.
So as you are,
save that 2d4. So minus the 4 for now, but when you start it, you'll take the 2d4 damage.
Okay. So we're just going to put that little ring of fire for flavor. It is now, I believe, Mason's turn, unless Alfie has anything left over in your list of impossible means of doing things.
Nope. He ran behind cover behind the building and is ending his turn there.
All right.
Alfie?
So, Evan,
Going
what
to let
does
you
Mason
know.
have to do for this ball?
Oh,
of
yeah.
flame?
It's at the end of his turn, so if he moves,
End of
then
my
he
turn.
won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it is going to Brother Mason, in all their vampiric wisdom, is going to head towards melee range of our cleric. Our sorcerer paladin, rather. That is you there, Mira, right? The shield? Okay. So, for its first attack, it will take its strike at you. I'm assuming a 19 plus 9 hits. Sorry, dear, I can't hear you.
That hits.
I know. I just wanted to hear you actually say it. You're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
For its second attack, it will now attempt to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nat 20.
Hits.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm not happy this is happening, just so you know.
Sure about that?
So you're
Sure
going to
about that?
take 7 points of piercing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then 10 points of necrotic damage, but this is doubled,
Owie.
so it's 14 and 20 points. because of the crit.
15.
So 34 points damage.
24. Yep.
Your hit point maximum is now reduced by 20 points.
Oh!
Is that a permanent thing?
It is until a long rest is finished.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'll tell you right now, you don't want it to become 0. As he bites into you, as after having slashed across your arm and pulling you in, he just looks at you and says, "We could have become one in such simpler ways."
Ew. Ew.
Taylor, what's the
Ew.
opposite of
Red
the opposite? What
card.
do you mean?
But they do have to make a what saving? Again, I apologize. For this wall, for this
It's a
flaming
dex, right?
spear next to them. I believe it's Dex.
Oh, so he moved, so it's fine.
Right? Oh, okay.
That's
He
true.
So
moved,
it
so
was
it's
if he
fine.
didn't move.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but now I
Okay.
get to ram him, so that'll be fun for next time.
Smash.
Oh,
Yes, and it is in fact now Ichabod's turn.
Who fell asleep waiting for his turn after all of it. I'm kidding. So here's
There's a lot of
here-
y'all and a lot
here's-
happening.
Here's when Mason showed up first, and the realization of Mason sort of confessing to everything. Ichabod had a moment where he sort of took a couple of steps back from the edge as he's listening to him in the distance. And Sir DM, I just want to make sure that the measuring, the rule tool here is accurate in regards to like distance wise and everything, correct?
Yeah.
Ichabod gets tense and he turns back from the area where everything is happening as he hears Mason and the chaos. And then he draws his short sword, turns around looking at the edge. Question, is there a guiding bolt on Mason right now? Mira?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure is.
Why is Alfie
Smash.
all over?
After
Because I had moved over there, but I guess I had disconnected from the server.
All right, you're good now.
Well, no, I was intending on moving over there at the end of my turn, but I guess I disconnected from the server of Elver and he
Oh,
didn't
okay.
transfer over.
Anyway, continue, Ichabod.
finally Ichabod just rushes back to the edge
Smash.
and he jumps with his sword out as he just flies with a sneer and just aims to just land with sword forward toward
All right.
Mason.
Roll for leaping stab.
Smash. Double smash.
Yeah.
Oh shit! How
That's
did
going
you
to be
label
a
yourself?
24 to hit.
Yes, that will
Double
hit.
smash.
That's going to be a total of 11 points of damage.
All right.
And I'm going to need him to give me a con saving throw.
Oh my. Uh, 12.
He is, well, as basically Ichabod flies and he's sneering, sharp teeth showing as he just, and as he brings the short sword down, he brings it down straight down on the chest and piercing through Mason. He is stunned.
Oh, all right.
And as
Put
he
the stunned on him.
and the thing is that as he does that, once he stabs him with that sword, the next following movements that continue are in succession and non-stop. And I'm assuming with stun you get advantage on attacks. I would assume.
Is it a? It's not an auto crit unless it's prone, correct? I believe that's the case. But with stunned, I'm a bad DM.
You get
Hang on.
advantage, I believe.
Yeah, I have advantage. It's advantage. It's just advantage.
Yeah, it's just advantage.
So he goes and proceeds to do that first strike,
Okay.
and then follows up with another sword strike. Which will be a 22 to hit.
Oh boy.
That'll be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So he pierces, he stabs the first time, stabs the second time right between the ribs, and then his hands just go up, his nails lengthen, and he's just in this place of, you did this to me? And he just, flurry of blows, he just goes at it, and with his clawed hands, he just starts slashing at this at Mason.
Amazing. Incredible.
First one's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second one's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Damn, y'all. Victor's good at being a monk.
Smash. I feel like Matt knows that more than anything, especially when it comes to him playing Garo.
So the
She's
first
back,
strike
back,
is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning, and the second one is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning.
Amazing.
And yeah,
a
he's just
wonderful
feral.
amount of damage done in so many strikes. And yeah, you are all witnessing the savagery that comes out from Ichabod. And a strange thought comes across that, is this now what Silas is capable of? As you look at what is going on. As Matt messages us all an ominous warning. From the distance, not too far behind you, Mira, you hear barely the sound of a click and fire from the wrist of a quick draw crossbow as Brass fires immediately at Mason. And crits.
Woo! Get him,
For
Brass
a
comes back
30
hard and heavy.
total.
Let's go, baby! Smash,
Oh my
little
God.
daddy. Let's go.
12 plus 4. It just did max damage. Okay. Wow.
And Taylor and I be put next
Never
to each other
happens to
against
me when
my
I
fire
do this.
on the smash.
And you just hear, it's just a quick, and it fires off, and you just see the bolt go through the neck on the side. There is a little bit of extra force that goes through this. And as you turn and you see basically the smoke from the barrel of what is equivalently an arrow gun that is out of the Warforged's wrist. He just looks and he just says, "People talk too much." A hat kind of tumbles across from the dust. Because I crit. Of course I'm going to fucking do this. And he sees it. And he just puts it on. Now I feel
Ah,
my old
I love it.
Back to the top of the round, Evan.
Oh.
Double
Cool.
smash.
Cool. So for my bonus action, I'm going to move the sphere to ram it into the back of Mason.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah.
And he has to make the saving throw against the sphere's damage. So I have to roll the
Okay.
damage. Give me 1
Just
second.
also letting you guys know, right now he fails automatically to strength and dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, it's stunned. So I don't need to do a shit.
Cool. Oh, great.
Is that right?
Stunning.
Beating the
Terrible
shit out
amount
this
of damage. 7 fire damage. So,
thing. Okay. It is a vampire, so let me see what its Oh no. You can go ahead and double that for me.
Oh, so
Ma-
14 fire damage.
Oh, delicious.
Very good.
Matt, are you doing okay? Is that bad? Is that bad?
Why? Why is that double fire damage?
Oh no,
I'm guessing you
don't
rolled in that
worry.
one.
This is for my vampire. I'm not going by
Okay.
the book on this.
I was like, I actually halved my fire damage because I cast absorb elements.
Yes. I'm
Oh, you
I'm
bitch.
aware of what mechanics you're using, and you are right to do so for this particular vampire.
Okay.
How was he against radiant damage when I cast that first guiding bolt?
Oh, it hurt.
Okay.
Hurt like a mother.
And then for my action, I'm going to skip. Oh, don't have my hand on. I'm going to skip forward to here and latch onto Sister Mira's arm and do. Oh wait. Yes.
Latch
I
on the
can,
Sister
'cause
Mirror's
I
arm,
haven't.
and right.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Let's you, child.
I forgot I was still concentrating.
Ibarra,
on it,
you
so
are
I
on
haven't
deck,
cast
just as a
one
reminder.
yet. So I'm
No one
going
has
to
a
cast it at
Move curse yet?
I didn't think we would need it. The randomness of this world.
Oh shit.
But yes, so you have. That was a spinny.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It feels
18.
Okay. Okay.
Do you
Let's go.
feel it? Do you feel it, brothers and sisters? All right. Ivara, and then Mira, you're on deck.
So he is currently prone right now, correct?
He is stunned. He is
He's
basically
stunned.
incapable of doing anything until I can attempt to escape out of it. So
Okay,
the picking is good
so-
right now for getting some licks in.
On that, Ivara, she takes a step forward, and the first thing she does, she gestures over to Bartholomew, and she goes, Valen, make sure nobody in this place is hurt. And Bartholomew will use his action to cast Healing Word.
At first, it's
And-
like excited that you wanted to destroy something, and then it's like, oh no, I misread the situation. All right, I'll do that. Yeah.
So with Healing Word, I'm sorry, I'm having to look up the spells now. I believe it's 1d4 plus 3 for me. And it is anyone I can see within range. So anyone within 60 feet of me gets,
I think that'll pretty much be everybody
yeah.
in terms of your targets.
Gets 3 plus 3 for this, so that'll be 6. They get 6 points of healing back. So
Me too?
yeah, you too, Silas.
I haven't actually taken damage yet because I had temporary HP.
Yeah.
I forgot we had temporary HP, but but so upon that, but Ivara is going to step forward, and she like takes a deep breath, taking in the smell of the ash and the burning wood, and like she can feel the ashes like just sting against her face, And she just kind of tilts her head and she goes, I swore to God that I would never find myself in this situation again. But let me tell you one thing. You have brought this upon yourself, and anything that happens to you from here on out, only the gods can answer for you. And she's going to cast Arms of Hadar and pretty much just pin him to the ground. And I'm guessing
there's nothing really he can do to stop it, so it will happen.
Yeah, so he would automatically take the damage as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right.
They're completely restrained.
So you would see these black tendrils coming up around him as they just kind of swirl before grasping around Brother Mason. And Ivara, again, just takes another step towards them. I'd say she'd probably be about here at this point. And she goes, I hope you're ready to accept the fucking consequences of your actions and the choice you decided to take when you walked in here to Wyrmwatch. And when you decided to come along and fuck with the wrong fucking crowd. You ain't taking this home, and I'm going to take you down. If anything, if you're going to drag us to hell, you're coming with us. And she's going to then immediately disperse the 2d6 of necrotic damage. Which would, I guess it's half due to the fact that he is undead. Or he's resistant.
I'm gonna give you a little heads up. You being a witch, having your knowledge, you would be aware that it has a resistance. Having had revealed itself to be vampiric, that you would know that at this point it probably would have a resistance to necrotic damage. With your own, so it would still be able to be grappled as such. It would do the physical effect of keeping it still, but it wouldn't be hurt by it. It would just be basically you have now solidified that this creature is not going to be moving away.
Okay, so he's not going to take any damage, not even half of that.
No, it's resistant to it.
Resistant? Okay. Well, I
not immune, so half. Yeah.
So half. Okay, so that'll be a 6 + 5 for the 2d6. So
12 points.
11.
Half of that would be 6. So he would take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And he would be like, pretty much, he is pinned down in place by just dark tentacles.
Gotcha.
And
they're not looking great, just so you know.
So I guess just due to the fact Ivara is pissed off, she's gonna go ahead and she'll take out her fucking whip, and she's gonna play with her food, I guess.
Oh dear God. Okay, so just so we're recapping, you've done you did your spell.
Yes. Is a whip a main weapon? Am I going to need
the whip would be an action. So yeah.
Okay. So I guess she would take her dagger. Give me just a moment. Let me Google real fast.
At this point, what you've got yourself available to do is any sort of minor interaction with an object, but you can't really do anything with what considering where you've already done at this point. You have the ability to move yourself to different places. So if you wanted to get yourself closer, that could pretty much be the summation of what you want to do. However, you do run a risk of walking past Silas.
All right. With that, she's just gonna hold her ground, I guess. I'll end my turn here.
Okay. Cool. Right. So now we go to Silas. No, we go to Mira, and then we go to Silas. Silas, you're on deck.
So, because Mason is now grappled, stunned, I'm going to assume that means he doesn't get an opportunity attack if I were to move away?
This is true. He cannot. Physically unable.
Right.
To take reactions.
Wait, I've got advantage to hit him. Hang on. 21 to hit. Yeah. 21 to hit.
Who are you hitting?
Brother Mason.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
23 points of radiant damage of guiding bolt.
Oh, mommy!
Advantage.
Take me to church.
Sister Mira,
I'll worship like
Right.
God.
describe the light as it burns from your hands and what it does to eliminate Brother Mason from this plane.
I don't think Mira has had the killing blow up until this point. And for it to be Mason, sort of sits heavy in her chest because she's so used to like taking shots at others to weaken them on behalf of the stronger members of the party, per se, to finish them off. And in a way, that sort of left her hands morally clean. Up until this point. She just raises her hand towards him. And the only real emotion in her eyes is pity.
As you
And
look upon him, though, and the light escapes your hand, and you feel this pity, in a moment you can just see him being restrained as he looks at you, his eyes welling up with tears of a mixed emotion, but knowing that this will be the final release from this life that he's had for so long. And with the last bit of strength he can muster, he just looks you in the eye and gives you the approving nod to do what you know you need to do.
Oh, my heart.
Michael, remind me what his original name was.
He gave you a name,
Oh,
but whether any part of him you met was the real person, it's never going to be able to be determined. But you know, with the look that is across his face, he's accepted his fate. And is probably pleased that it's at your hands than anyone else's.
the last thing he hears from her before this radiant light leaves her fingertips is, "I saved you. I wish I would never be the one to destroy you."
The light glows and takes the shape of a silver flame, as if divinely guided from those that you have devoted yourself to. It leaves your hand and envelops the body of Brother Mason, entwining with the arms and the grappled magical force that has held it onto it, swirling like a tornado of white, reflective, platinum-colored flame, engulfing it entirely as a cry of pain, anguish, sorrow, regret, fear, and ultimately relief escapes simultaneously from the mouth of the once former pariah of this town. And nothing is then left behind but a shadow and a pile of dust, which is briskly taken away by the wind, with Brother Mason being no more. In that moment, Silas, if you wouldn't mind giving me a con saving throw. as a feeling fights within your own body now.
Since we're out of combat, could Ivara have her
We'll-
hair?
no, don't jump so quickly to conclusions there, dear.
I am terrified. Silas already attacked the midget of the group. It is scary.
This is just purely an effect of what is.
That is a 19.
No.
Silas, it is your turn. And I will tell you this now. You feel as if your body had been drained. And you will take a point of exhaustion. But you will find yourself feeling rearranged and discombobulated to a point. But the pallor in your face returns its flesh-like color. Your teeth are not as sharpened or misshapen, back to their normal self.
Oh no, he's on fire.
You feel like something else has been taken from you. And you don't know what. But you feel as though you have been robbed of something. Even if it, for a brief moment, it may have been your humanity. We are out of combat.
Yay.
Had
We
you not
survived.
saved, you would have still had to fight your friend here.
Does this mean that I am... I don't suffer urges currently, or I am no longer
back to-
vampiric?
Your wild magic curse essentially has been lifted.
I will put my stats back to where they are, but in this moment, with sort of this area of the ground on fire from the burning webs and them just sort of falling off of his body, and he's, like breathing heavily. He's like trying to come to. His eyes go from that red to that amber color, and he takes a deep breath and looks around. Oh, fuck. Alfie! Alfie!
Well, it looks like you finally got your wits about you. Welcome back.
Where's Alfie? Did I hurt him?
Alfie? Yeah, here, little guy?
You guys don't hear anything. And if you round the corner where he just took off, you will see a little rope dangling in the middle of the sky for no apparent reason as it's being pulled up and disappears into the sky. As he has hidden himself in another dimension using rope trick.
Well, it's safe to say he's probably safe if he's able to crawl his ass into another dimension, but...
The wind
It's at
blows,
that point.
and the dust is settled for the time being. And it's at that point that Brass, now adorned in not the same, but certainly a comfortable hat for him, a poncho across his body, looking very Clint Eastwood right now. It's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
Smash.
He folds up the hand crossbow and just kind of slings it back into his side. And he just looks at himself and all of you. And then he points to the Institute's location. He just simply says two things. There. And I'm ready when you are. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. We truly appreciate it. Thanks to all my players, of course, for participating in this madness. Let's go around the horn and just say where you can find them online should you want to be found. Starting with Alfie, working our way to that direction.
Hi, I am Daddy Tarzan 82855 on all social media platforms. All social media platforms, all of them. And you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and a bunch of other stuff. Just look up that name.
Taylor.
Well, again, my name is Taylor. I'm known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on all social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that fun stuff. I will be releasing some custom Ivara content very soon if you are curious about her backstory and want to know a little bit more about the character. So stay tuned.
Sprinkled in throughout.
Yes. Much angst and
So much angst.
funny Vara lore, but it's really all I got going right now aside from chaos crafting. So
there you go. Dia.
You guys can find me at diavel.cause on all forms of social media. I'm most active on TikTok and Instagram.
And Ren.
Hi, I'm Ren. You can find me at Masquerade on TikTok. It's 6:30 in the morning. Goodbye.
That's right.
Night, I love you.
make good choices. Say hello to your pets for me.
Let me as Victor underscore the story weaver on the talks. Let's keep it rolling.
And Matt. Maticus.
Hi, I'm Matt, also known as your mini boss fight of the day. I'm on social media as War Torn Knight, mostly TikTok. I don't do anything on the other ones, but I'll like respond to your stuff there because I like you people.
Yeah. And I, of course, have been your humble dungeon master, Michael St. Gregory. You can find me at Michael St. Gregory down there, or follow my new account with Valiant Adventures. See what's going on as I cross the streams, as it were, with these chuckle nuds. And of course, a big, again, shout out to everyone that I was so privileged to meet at PAX. It was such a life-changing experience. And I cannot wait for more IRL encounters with all of you as well. Thank you to everybody who watches. Remember to follow us at To Be Diced ADV everywhere on socials, including Threads eventually. We'll get there. Trust me, it's where it's at. They just got hashtags, so that's cool. And follow just everybody here because they're all wonderful, they're all great, and I love all of them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time when we let you know when it is time to be diced. See you next time.